Hi, now you are probably wondering what am I doing here right now? But let me ask you a question first. Is the weather getting hotter day by day or does the heavy rains come really fast? If you don't know the situations, that's part of climate change. Here I am will give you an information about climate change on our planet. My name is Savira Nurhidayati. I'm an active international relations student in LSPR Communications and Business Institute, Jakarta. Currently, I'm taking a public speaking and presentation skill class under the supervision of Mr. Charles Bonar Sirait as my mentor and lecturer. The climate is the combination of atmospheric conditions that occur in place for a prolonged period of time. Over the past centuries, the climate everywhere around the world has changed, altering the usual conditions of a place regarding precipitations and temperature. Climate change is a significant variation of average weather conditions, say conditions becoming warmer, wetter, or drier over several decades or more. It's that longer-term trend that differentiates climate change from natural weather variability. Climate change affects every country in the world, causing a negative impact on their economy, people's life, and all living beings. Over the 150 years, the average global temperature increased almost 2 degrees Fahrenheit. Would you say it is not much? If the Earth temperatures keep rising, thousands of animal and plant species may disappear forever. Oceans get warmer, and for this reason, amount of ice decreases, causing sea level to rise. Did you know that between 1901 and 2010, the sea level has risen 7.5 inches? This may cause some places to disappear beneath the weather surface. Climate change includes both global warming driven by human-induced emission of greenhouse gases and the resulting large-scale shift in weather patterns. There have been previous periods of climate change. Since the mid-20th century, humans have had an unprecedented impact on Earth's climate system and caused change on a global scale. The greenhouse gas with the greatest impact on warming is water vapor, but it's remained in the atmosphere for only a few days. Carbon dioxide, however, persists for much longer. It will take hundreds of years for a return to pre-industrial level, and only so much can be soaked up by natural reservoirs such as the ocean. Most man-made emissions of carbon dioxide come from burning fossil fuels. When carbon-absorbing forests are cut down and left to rot or burn, that stored carbon is released, contributing to global warming. The largest driver of warming is the emission of greenhouse gases, which more than 90% are carbon dioxide and methane. Fossil fuels burning, coal, oil, and natural gas for energy consumption is the main source of this emission, with additional contribution from agriculture, deforestation, and manufacturing. The human causes of climate change is not disputed by any scientific body of national or international standing. Temperature rise and accelerated or tempered by climate feedbacks, such as a loss of sunlight reflecting snow and ice cover, increased water vapor, a greenhouse gas itself, and change to land and ocean carbon sinks. There is an uncertainty about how great the impact of a changing climate will be. It would cause fresh water shortage, dramatically alter our ability to produce food, and increase the number of deaths from flood, storm, and heat wave. This is because climate change is expected to increase the frequency of extreme weather events, though linking any single event to global warming is complicated. As the world warms, more water evaporates, leading to the moisture in the air. This means many areas will experience more intense rainfall and in some places snowfall. But the risk of drought in land areas during hot summer will increase. More flooding is expected from storms and rising sea level. But there are likely to be a very strong regional variation in this pattern. Poorer countries which are least equipped to deal with rapid change could suffer the most. Plant and animal extinction are predicted as habitats change faster than species can adapt. And the World Health Organization has warned that the health of of a million could be threatened by increasing in malaria, waterborne disease, and malnutrition. The conclusion: we need to change our lifestyle to decrease the cause of the climate change. Even though we don't live in the world forever, the next generation will come to live on Earth as a place to live. However, if the Earth is no longer a safe place to live, will the next generation exist? And you already know the answer. And that's all from me. Thank you for listening, and I hope you get a better day. Thank you and goodbye.